Guys, I just want to do an update on the fluid change that I did about a week ago. I believe it's last week. I know I just put that video up today, but I just want to do an update. It's been a week since. I've just been lazy about putting that video up because there was a lot of cutting and stuff like that, and it was like a windy day, and it was like it was a headache. That video was a headache to do. There was a lot more to that video, but unfortunately I was confused. I had the video on when it's supposed to be off, and I had the video off that's supposed to be on. It was a lot of cutting of the video and stuff like that. A lot of material that I didn't put in. But it's a week later, and obviously at the end of the video I said I had no issues with the whining, and it is a week later and I still have no issues with the whining, which is the same thing that occurred like when I changed it up over the summer. No issues with the whining as far as that's concerned. It's been driving nice and smooth, no whining noises, no noise coming off the transmission at all. It just sounds normal, no whining. But obviously it's when I filled up, I'm pretty sure I filled up, I put in about a bottle or two less transmission fluid than I did when I did over the summer. So I'm just gonna give you guys an update, on if, I'm pretty sure the wine's gonna come back after, like, I don't know, 4,000 or 5,000 miles. I'm just guessing. But when it comes up, I'm just gonna give you guys an update of it and what the mileage is. But if you guys look at the mileage right now, I have like 3,000. Well, I got like 285,564 miles on my odometer right now, and I'm just gonna guess it's gonna take like a couple, like 4,000 or 5,000 more miles for that whining to show up. And I'll definitely keep you guys updated on it. But keep in mind, guys, that this is the winter, and CVT transmissions, as far as the fluid is concerned, they break down a lot faster during the summer, and that wine actually will, because of the heat and stuff like that, will show up a lot sooner. But this is the winter, so I don't know when that wine's going to show up, but I'm guessing I'm going to get a lot more mileage from this car before that wine shows up. And normally, as far as the wine is concerned, it's an annoying noise. It's a pain in the ass. But normally, when that wine gets worse and worse, there's a propensity for my car to get put into safe mode, especially when I'm driving in hot weather. It gets, the wine, it's kind of like, you hear it here and there. You hear it on certain occasions when you're driving up an incline or whatever, but you hear it when there's a lot more people in the car and stuff like that. There's a more heavy load for the car to push, but that's not really like that's not the big issue with me. It's the issue is when that CVT noise comes on almost all the time, and it gets to the point where when you're driving on the freeways at like 60, 70 miles per hour, all of a sudden car gets in safe mode. That's one of the issues. That's like one of the bigger problems with that CVT wine. And you'll have a problem when you're driving on the freeway for going 60 miles per hour for like 10 minutes, and you get off the ramp, and all of a sudden your car drives like crap, drives really horrible. And that's one of the that's when you need to have that's when you need to change your transmission fluid. But it'll be you guys might probably want to do that like before your car gets put into safe mode. When that safe mode issues comes up, you probably should change your transmission well before that. When the CVT noise it starts ramping up and stuff like that. So I mean, that's what I did as far as this fluid change is concerned. I know, I mean, I've driven this car for, let me see, close to 150,000 miles, you know, since I bought it, and I kind of know, you know, at what point to change my transmission fluid. And you know, it wouldn't be a bad thing if I changed it regularly, like once every 4 months, once every 3 or 4 months. But that's, you know, that's normal for the last, I don't know, for the last year. That's been my regular interval of changing transmission fluid at this point.